Yes. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. We are back. They know what time it is. We know what time it is. Let's get it going. Welcome, Gina. Nice to see you. Oh, what am I doing? Just taking a little bit of a stroll through TikTok. I'm not doing anything, Just taking. Yes, I am handsome. Thank you so much, Mama Cat. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Yeah. You all know what that is in the background. Don't act surprised. Don't act like this. We didn't know that this moment was going to come. Yes, thank you so much for those gifts. Now, you know why I'm here once again. I got the receipts to... Hello, Diddy Mama. Nice to see you. Good morning, Mexican guru. Or good afternoon, I should say. So, I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to talk about it. I wasn't going to talk about the Oath Keepers founder, Stuart Rhodes, sentenced to 18 years for leading January 6th seditious conspiracy. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I got to talk about it. I wouldn't be Triple H if I didn't, right? Hello, Will Butler. Greetings. Oh, and you know what else I am going to talk about? Yes. Trump investigation by special counsel wrapping up, and the former president could face serious prison time. Oh boy, I wouldn't be Zeus if I didn't bring this up. They call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen, because you know why? Because I am, number one, the most honest person out here on social media. There's nobody more honest than me. If I get it wrong, I'll be the first to apologize. Listen, I'm so sorry. I mean, that's if I'm humble. The next H is humble. If I'm the most humble person out here, ladies and gentlemen. There's nobody more humble than me. If I get it wrong, I will apologize. If I step on your toes, I'll be the first one to say, I'm so sorry I stepped on your toes. Didn't mean to do that. It was an honest mistake. And we can agree, to say, yeah, Zeus may have been wrong right there. Because that's how humble I am. And the last, but not least, the last H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am the most handsome. Now, I got this subscription goal up here because I think I'm going to have to do something special when Jack Smith comes, okay? So for those of you who have subscribed, thank you. And for those of you who haven't, you might as well join the fun and subscribe, okay? Now, let's talk about the first thing, Hazel, the beautiful Hazel. So lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well. Let's talk about the first order of business. Now, I just left a live of one of these people on the right. I don't mention names. But I went in there for one reason. I just wanted to check the temperature. How's it going in MAGA world? Thank you, Hazel, for that subscription. How's it going in MAGA world? Is everything okay? One of those wellness checks, right? Because, there's a lot of things that I'm hearing being circulated out here. You know what I'm saying? And so I went over there, ladies and gentlemen, and they are very upset in MAGA world. And I said, why are you so upset right now? What got these folks so upset right now? They're out here on TikTok. They're yelling at folks. And they're going to Target. They're pushing signs over. We get that pride stuff out here. This is what they're doing. They're on TikTok. They're yelling, you're R word. They're calling people the R word. You are, and they call them nasty names. They're calling regular Americans nasty names. And I said, this is what a travesty. This is what's going on in the United States. Folks are calling each other names. Why? And I had to leave the live, exit stage left. They were throwing attacks at me. I was in the comment section just trying to keep the peace. They took shots at Zeus. But I digress. So I said, let me go do something to clear my mind and get an understanding about why these folks are upset. And then when I was there, I was out in the kingdom. Thank you, Hazel. It clicked. The Trump supporters are upset because of the news that has recently came out. Number one, Oath Keepers founder Stewart Rhodes sentenced to 18 years for leading January 6th seditious conspiracy. Bing, bing, bing. Trump world is starting to crumble. And they're starting to realize there's nowhere else to go. There's nowhere else to hide. Because between this, hello, April, between the Oath Keepers getting 18 long ones, 18 large ones, put some money on his books type of time, okay? Between that and Jack Smith, there's nothing else to debate. Zeus, why won't you get in the box and debate? Why are we debating? What do you want to debate? The 18 years. How about that? You want to debate, is it really 18 years? Well, listen, the Earth orbits the sun. There's 365.25 days in a year. Is it really 18, Zeus? Or is it really 17.999? Come on, folks. There's nothing else left to debate. The verdict is in. Guilty. Trump supporters, your leader is on the verge of being convicted, and your friends are being convicted, and you're somewhere in between. They don't like me because I tell the truth. Well, guess what? I'd rather tell the truth and be realer than you than to be out here believing lies and misinformation and arguing with grown folks about stuff that I'm not getting paid to argue about. So if you got time to go argue with them, go on over there. But over here, ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking about the truth. So let's get into this truth. A federal judge sentenced Oath Keepers founder Stewart Rhodes to 18 years in prison Thursday and accepted the government's recommendation of enhancement for terrorism for his role leading a seditious conspiracy to disrupt the certification of who? President Joe Biden's election victory that culminated in the violent assault on the United States Capitol on January 6, 2021. It's just so refreshing. It's just, you ever, it's been a hot summer day. You ever got that nice cold glass of H2O? The pH level was just perfect. You ever had that glass of water? Mm-hmm. And you were thirsty and you just drank a little and you were like, this is the best water I've ever had. It's this right here, justice. This taste of justice, I tell you. So now we don't have to talk about, justice. You got that up. You don't have to. And no, justice, don't go there. I'm not trying to reference you. Cut it out. Oh my gosh. What's in 52 minutes? That's my subscription goal. Feel free to subscribe. Because what I plan on doing, if all does come true, is doing a special broadcast dedicated to Jack Smith, okay? And that's all dependent on whether or not I meet my subscription goal, okay? Because I see Jack Smith, ladies and gentlemen, he's an American hero. He's an American hero. So if you can subscribe, please feel free to do so, okay? Now, let's get back into this Oath Keepers founder, Stewart Rhodes. Rhodes' sentence is now the longest to date handed down to a defendant charged in connection with the Capitol assault. You know who I haven't seen at the courthouse, getting convicted and trying to proclaim their innocence? I haven't seen Nancy Pelosi. Nope. And I haven't seen Ray Epps. Mario, thank you for that subscription. I appreciate it. Listen, you're doing the right thing because I tell you that Jack Smith special is going to be something else. So he got the longest sentence, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in a January 6th case, District Judge Amit Mehta accepted the government's recommendations to apply an enhancement for terrorism. I am so glad that they are starting to put an address on it. Yes, this was terrorism. Folks, this was terrorism on January 6th. The judge agreed with the prosecutors that Rhodes inspired the use of violence in his followers to disrupt the certification and that his conduct met the legal definition of terrorism intended to influence the actions of the United States government. Yeah, this is real. I don't want to debate real things. I debate things that maybe we need to get clarification on. But as far as I'm concerned, this right here is settled law. Hello, Athena. Nice to see you. Thank you, Andy, for those Zeus hands. I really do appreciate it. The judge cited a stockpile of weapons the Oath Keepers had amassed just outside of Washington, D.C. on January 6th, as well as Rhodes' orders for members to delete incriminating messages after the Capitol assault. This is what the judge said. You, sir, present an ongoing threat and peril to this country. This is what the judge told Rhodes before handing down those years and years in jail, those 8 years. Those 18 years. I'm getting my notes confused, okay? Before his sentence was handed down, Rhodes opted to address the judge in defiant remarks. He was defiant, maintaining his innocence and describing himself as a political prisoner. Boo! I wish I had my button. Boo! You're not a political prisoner. No, you're a criminal. Own it. Wear your badge with honor. Before his sentence was handed down, thank you, Andy. Those Zeus hands are going to come in handy, I tell you. Before his sentence was handed down, he called himself a political prisoner. Then he says this, quote, like President Trump, my only crime is opposing those who are destroying our country, Rhodes said. I'm not making this up. This is true stuff that I got to share with you. So when you go into these other lives, you can actually talk about it correctly. Okay, this is what happened. I got to keep reading because I got to get to my next headline before I wrap this live up, okay? And I can't stay long. I can't. I'm starting to realize it's too hot out here. Because these Trump supporters are very upset. Oh my gosh, the results are in overwhelmingly. You, the people, have said you choose Zeus over all other TikTok hosts, and I thank you all. All right. In his own remarks, just before handing down his sentence, the judge pushed back directly. On Rhodes' claims of being a political prisoner, saying instead that he poses, quote, an ongoing threat to this country. Trump supporters, I read these words to you. I want you to use your imagination, not for QAnon this time, but use it so you can imagine what it's like to be this guy having the judge say this to you right before you got to put your hands behind your back and the cops in the courtroom walk you into the darkest part of the courthouse where you're going to wait to be transported to jail. So I want you to get the visuals of this, okay? And this is what the judge said. For decades, it is clear that you wanted the democracy in this country to delve into violence. This is what the judge said. You are not a political prisoner. You're here because 12 jurors in Washington, D.C., who acquitted you of multiple counts, found you guilty. And I wish I had my button. Boom! Hello, Toy. Nice to see you. 12 jurors found you guilty. You're not a political prisoner. No. You're a criminal, a traitor. Yes. Ah! Thank you, Andy. Listen. Thank you, Andy. Attacking. So nice to see you. It could have been far uglier. It could have been a far uglier day. Thank you, Rick. And people should not forget that, he said, of January 6th. This sentence speaks volumes to anyone who gets convicted of sedition. Yeah, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. This is information you can go look up, Trump supporters. I know you're upset and you want to argue on TikTok today. You can't, you've lost all credibility at this point. Your friends are going, and so is this guy. There's nothing to argue about today. And it's going to get worse, because when I get to this next headline, you're going to need prayer. Whoever you pray to, you're going to need it. Prior to Thursday, the harshest sentence for a defendant charged in connection with January 6th was 170 months or 14 years. This guy got 18 years. Understand, this is equivalent to a parent having a child and that child having to wait until they turn 18 to leave. Think about all the emotions and the ups and downs, the pain that it'll take to go 18 years. Trump supporters, there's nothing else to debate. This is a done deal. The Justice Department was seeking 25 years. They wanted a quarter of a century out of this guy. With a prosecutor saying in court today that a harsh sentence was critical to ensure the respect for the rule of law that is essential to the survival of our democracy. Assistant U.S. Attorney Catherine said Rhodes doggedly drilled in the minds of those in his chats. So they listened to him online. So all you Trump supporters, your conversations online, you're building a library for whatever does happen. I want you to be mindful. That's what they're going to do. The first thing they're going to do, they're going to read your DMs. They're going to look at all your content, and they're going to have the whole case for the jury to look at when it's all said and done. And it's not the Democrats. It's going to be you doing it to yourself. Okay, so this is what he did. He drilled into the minds of those in his chats and those followers of the Oath Keepers, the lie of the election fraud, and the false need to act like the founding fathers in order to save, in his view, our Constitution and our country. Yeah, they all the time say, our founding fathers told us we should do this. No, they didn't. It's like those folks who tell you God told them to do something. Hello, TJ. They tell you God told them to do something. Oh, God told you to do what? Yeah, he came to me in a vision. Really? And he only told you? Yeah. Oh, so now not only is God coming to you, the founding fathers are? Oh my gosh. She said it was neither the first time nor the last time that he will seek to organize political violence in our country, and pointed to statements that he made from jail just 4 days ago to a protest gathered outside where he said it would, quote, take regime change to fix the wrongs being done by the Biden administration. Quote, it's not going to stop until it's stopped. Bam! Ladies and gentlemen. So that's the update on the Oath Keepers, okay? And I do this because I truly do care about you lovely folks out there who are curious about the truth. And I do think this is important because sometimes I talk to people and they tell me, I say, where do you get your news from? Oh, I don't listen to the news. I just get bits and pieces online. And that's how I form my opinion. So thank you, Jewel. So because I know people don't get to watch the news and they don't get the facts, and they go into these lives full of lies, I bring it here. No excuse. Okay? Now, let's move on to my last section that I wanted to cover. This guy, Donald J. Trump. The Trump investigation by special counsel Jack Smith is wrapping up. And thank you for the gifts and the subscriptions. That's why the Jack Smith timer is there, because if I meet my goal, I will be doing a special TikTok episode about Jack Smith, and it's going to be exciting. Okay. Special counsel Jack Smith's investigation into the former president for alleged refusal to return those classified documents following his 2020 election defeat is reportedly near completion. This is why Trump supporters are upset today. To my friends on the left, stay out of there. Unless they want to have a conversation about this, just stay out of their lives. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Their leader is about to get indicted and be in jail. They're upset. They're not using the normal kung fu tactics no more. It's a dirty fight out here. Thank you, Yazzie. What happened? Jack Smith is expected to announce the results of his investigation shortly after Memorial Day, according to sources, which cited people familiar with the matter. So I'm going to be having a fun time this Memorial Day in honor of Jack Smith. Depending on Smith's findings, Trump could potentially face a maximum of 33 years in prison. The possible charges include obstruction of justice, which can lead to a 20-year sentence, Espionage Act violations, which come with a maximum sentence of 10 years, and improper handling of government documents, punishable by up to 3 years. These possibilities are outlined in a search warrant issued last year. Although any charges from Smith's investigation will require approval from both Attorney General Merrick Garland and a federal grand jury, if charges are not brought, Smith would be expected to present his reasoning to Garland, who would then decide to issue a public report. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the news of the day. They don't like me because I get out here and I tell you all the truth. Okay? But what would you rather have? Honestly, would you rather me get out here and lie like some of these folks do just to get you to come into their TikTok and talk to them? Would you rather me do that? Or would you rather me tell the truth? And you know, I would rather tell the truth. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward into this weekend, where we will get to see Jack Smith. Where's my Jack Smith button? We will see Jack Smith in full regalia. Okay? And by the way, don't fall for it. Thank you for that subscription. Yes, I'm going to do the subscription goal is because if I reach it, I'm going to do something I don't normally do. But I'm going to do a special episode for Jack Smith once those indictments are handed down. So that's why the goal is there. Now, don't fall for it. This is the last thing that I got to say, and then I got to get out of here because like I said to you before, they don't like me for some strange reason. I don't get it. I'm Triple H, right? I'm honest, I'm humble, and I'm handsome. What's there not to like about me, right? The last thing you need to be on the lookout for is, according to sources, Don Jr. and a lot of these Trump supporters are now out here starting to try to discredit the FBI in order to get these supporters worked up. Okay, don't fall for it. Don't listen to them when they try to say the FBI is involved in these conspiracies and these lies and misinformation. That is not true. That is the furthest thing from the truth. What they are trying to do is, number one, get money. Trump supporters, they're trying to get your money, okay? It's up to you to give it to them. You know, it's America. It's a free country. You can give them your money if you want to, but I wouldn't do it, okay? Because I don't want to hear you complaining about gas prices and egg prices. I don't want you to do it. So don't give them the money. And then number two, do not let them set you up. And I'm going to say it again. Do not let them set you up for 18 years in prison. Okay? Because they're going to get you worked up thinking you're going to go there to help Donald Trump. And the only thing you're going to end up getting is arrested, jail time, sentence. The way you handle this matter is you come listen to Zeus and listen to some of my friends, and we will help you see the truth. Okay? Yes. It's going to be hard to really unpack the fact that you've been misled for 4+ years and still may be doing it. It's going to be hard to tell your friends, especially your friends out here on TikTok, I can't go into your lives anymore because it's bad for my health. It's going to be hard to do it, but you got to do it, okay? Because we are a country and a nation of law and order. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I must depart and get back to the work that I do out here in the kingdom. Some people go, Zeus, how do you do it? How do you get on here? Because I'm Triple H. Honest, humble, and handsome. Now you all go out there and have a lovely rest of your day. Go for it, please. Thank you for helping me meet my goal. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for joining in. And last but not least, Trump supporters, get those knee pads ready, because Jack Smith is coming.